When people talk about boosting Shopify store sales, a lot of folks talk about Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, but very few folks talk about Snapchat. And the thing is, Snapchat, there's a lot of potential in this social media. And in today's conversation, I really want to walk you through everything and explain to you how to boost Shopify store sales using Snapchat. So here is the overview I really want you to really understand here. So Snapchat was actually launched about 10 years ago. So basically, it's a unique social media app that focuses on the right here, right now, through the default auto deleting of posts after only 24 hours. After only 24 hours. So when you really think about it, this is very attractive to the younger generation of 16 to 34 years old because they actually make up the majority of the app space, and this sort of instant gratification. This is auto deleting features is kind of cool. Now, businesses avoided Snapchat until a few years ago when ads and other branded features were introduced, okay, because businesses are realizing the potential of that app. So basically, nowadays, Snapchat is a source of highly engaged young audiences that your e-commerce store, especially your Shopify store, can definitely benefit from. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through everything here. Now, the thing you need to understand here is that there is potential when it comes to Snapchat for your store, because the marketing appeal of the app is the high engagement rate, even with its relatively small number of followers per account and overall user base. Okay, I mean, compared to TikTok, Snapchat is not really that big. Think about it. Snapchat has about 300 million daily average users, mainly consisting of millennials and Gen Z, with an estimated spending power of $1 trillion in the U.S. alone. Okay, so when you think about the whole process here, we have like posts that are being auto deleted, right? So the posts are actually short lived, which means what? There is a FOMO process here. There is a fear of missing out kind of engagement on the app that creates two distinct advertising advantages. First, posts are not expected to be of high production quality, thus a relatively smaller marketing budget. Second, viral growth across other platforms towards a Snapchat account is very organic, as the audience feeds on the same FOMO mentioned earlier. And what I want you to really think about is to develop your strategy. By the way, welcome back to the show. I really appreciate having you here. So when we talk about actually how to boost Shopify store sales using Snapchat, everything starts with you having a strategy. So my question to you is, what kind of goal are you trying to reach? Do you want to create the buzz around your brand? Do you want to generate revenue? Is it an awareness campaign that you are after? It's really important, okay? So with the numerous options available for making your Shopify brand a splash on Snapchat, it's important to actually have an editorial calendar, because what will happen here is that, this will help you and your team come up with timely and effective content at a sustainable pace with guaranteed engagement. So what you want to do here is consistency is really important, right? You want to be consistent, and you want to register a business account on Snapchat because you want to run ads. If you want to run ads, okay, they actually have a native self-serve Snapchat ads manager that will really help you a lot. And it's really important to understand that you can register your organization and add a marketing team who will each be given an ad account by logging in with their Snapchat usernames. And the Snapchat Ads Manager is just a fantastic platform because it provides great tools such as audience targeting and the Snap Pixel that integrates into ads and tracks the customer's journey to your store. Because that's the bottom line. You're not doing all these things for charitable purposes. You want to make sales, right? So you want to drive traffic to your store, and that should be the end goal here. And the good thing is that you are able. Shopify has a great app called Snapchat Ads that integrates with your store, allowing you to run the ads directly from your store. I want to insist on that, directly from your store. So the app can create two types of ads: brand awareness ads and dynamic shopping ads that showcase your catalog to your followers. And it even makes installing the Snapchat Pixel possible right from your store, unlike other platforms. So Snapchat is really flexible there. Snapchat right now does not have a robust analytics offering. However, Views, replays, and screenshots give you a good idea of your brand's followers and should be noted as your snaps expire. So this is really important, okay? So story compilation rate and fallout rate are good for gauging what kind of stories engage your audience and which may require improvement. Now, let me actually walk you through some distinguishing features of the Snapchat app that you really need to know if your goal is to. By the way, I want to quickly remind you today's topic, we are talking about how to boost your Shopify store sales using Snapchat. So the thing is, there is a constellation of features on the Snapchat app that you need to be aware of because, you can use them to your advantage. You can use them to reach your goals a lot faster. So the first one is post features. You need to understand, when we talk about Snapchat, we're talking about a very unique social media app in a number of ways. From the highly customizable post to the general lack of deep analytics, you are able to actually see exactly how to use the platform, such as Snapchat, to boost your sales. On the surface, this makes it appear like a business worst nightmare, but a deeper look reveals a lot of potentials. Let me give you an example. So when you think about the post features, those are uniquely numerous, right? Because Snapchat has a wide constellation of fun and use filters that provide nearly endless customization of a post called a snap. So when creating a post on this visual app, the basic tool that you want to use is the camera, right? And so these are the options available as you take a photo or record a video. Again, remember that everything you post must be related to your Shopify store, right? Because again, you're not here for a philanthropic sort of venture here. You want to make sales. So when it comes to your snap, you can add a text caption to a post so that your viewers have an additional context or a messaging in the post on why the photo was taken or who is in it. Stickers are in-app images you can add to your photo or video post to make it more fun or add meaning and context to it. And the cool thing is there are numerous inbuilt stickers, but if those are not enough, you can create a custom sticker from a photo as well. And if captions and stickers are not enough for your creative pursuits on a post, you have a lot of other opportunities. Snapchat also has a doodle function that enables free drawing with the line tool. You can draw whatever shapes you want over the images or videos to make them even more unique. So the bottom line is you have a constellation of options here and you should take advantage of them. Another feature that we love is the memories. Memories are just fantastic. Now, after creating a snap, it is possible to save it in memory for later use. This may be the case if you want to create a series of snaps and are still figuring out what works by prototyping different ideas. And this is the stage where you're constantly asking yourself, how do those memories actually beef up my Shopify store sales? Because everything we're saying into this conversation has to go back to your Shopify store sales, okay? And so memories are a good tactic to use in marketing your e-commerce store by saving multiple viewpoints from different members of your team, such as events coverage or a reel of different lifestyle use scenarios for your products, okay? And all the content can be reviewed, picking out the best of them to make one great story, and that's what you want. Additionally, saved snaps from your memories can be reposted to remember, let's say, an event or a moment that's important to your brand, like the day your first product launched, for example, right? And how many employees handled it. So such a memory can be a good segue into a new product your brand is planning to launch. And also think about stories. Stories are also great. Stories are another feature or other features that you will love on the Snapchat app. So Snapchat allows you to post snaps in chronological order to create a kind of a narrative. So they actually called this feature stories. So this encourages telling a visual narrative over multiple snaps. Think about like like storytelling, but over multiple snaps. And this allows you to use different filters and stickers, including branded ones, okay? And so, when you really think about it, an impactful story that will capture your audience should be thought out to cover a specific story arc with controlled pacing to build hype. And again, everything has to go back to your Shopify store, right? We're not selling we're not actually selling anything here. This is not a charity. This is a commercial enterprise this is a commercial venture. You want to boost your Shopify store sales, so it has to always go back to your Shopify store sales to generate organic traffic. Let me talk to you about filters. Also, you will love filters. Filters are really great when it comes to the distinguishing features on the Snapchat app. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about how to boost Shopify store sales using Snapchat. So when we talk about filters, you actually have three main types of filters. And so filters are post enhancement. They are laid over your photo or videos to highlight a mood, location, or even a brand. And there is a rich list of choices to pick from, whether you are taking selfies, or branding a context location for your brand. Okay, so you have the Snapchat lens. Those are personal filters. You have the community filters, and you have on-demand filters. Okay, so those are really important to know. So let me just break it down for you. So Snapchat uses augmented reality to liven up a photo or video by overlaying anything from wonky glasses to bunny ears onto your face in real time. So these are accessible when the camera is set to selfie mode and holding down over your face for a few seconds. Small circles previewing the different filters will appear above the shutter button in a gallery line for you to swipe through. Okay, so before sending the snap, you can set the time from 1 second to 10 seconds you want the post to appear on a viewer screen, or you can save a copy to memories for later use. And what about community filters? Well, this allow users to create filter artwork centering around a specific public space for the community in that area, such as a landmark or a public library. And since it is for public consumption, there are set guidelines published by Snapchat before you submit it. Before your submitted filter is approved, because they have to approve your filter. Okay, and then you have on-demand filters also that might be interesting for you. So unlike the free personal and community filters mentioned earlier, on-demand filters are created and shared at a cost. So this includes customized one-off filters you might want for special occasions, such as a branded product launch being marketed in a specific area. Okay, the design can be made using the available Snapchat tools or from a third-party image editing software tool. So factors that affect how much an on-demand filter costs include the number of days it will be available in-app, the popularity of the location, and the size of the area in which the people will be able to view it. Okay, so this is really important. So yeah. One thing I want you to really pay attention to is that you need to make engaging, fresh content from your Shopify store. See, the whole thing here is that when we talk about boosting Shopify store sales using Snapchat, this has to be a two-way street. Okay, it can't be only one way. Like, you can't just think about driving traffic from Snapchat to your Shopify store. No, it has to be either way. It has to be either way. So using the features that I just gave you, memories, posts, stories, and filters, if you're able to use those to full effect, you are able to gain a strong following on Snapchat, right? And basically what will happen here is that your Shopify store will benefit from using a wide range of snaps on your editorial calendar with the right strategy. Now, one thing you need to understand here is that you want to actually make sure that everything, again, going back to what I said, you want to tie everything to your Shopify store, but the content must be engaging. It must be fresh. In other words, you have to have a count in your editorial calendar. You need to have a system in place that actually encourages consistency. Okay, and you want to make sure that you talk about things like tutorials, for example. You can talk about things like information snaps. You can talk about update snaps. The whole thing is you want to always make sure that your audience is engaged with your content. Okay, Snapchat's augmented reality filters can be used to make the tutorials interactive in a way that no other social media platform can replicate. Okay, and if you can also have something called exclusive promo codes. So those are a great way to entice customers on other platforms to follow your Shopify store on Snapchat. So the thing is that you gotta find a way. See, there is no generic piece of advice here because every Shopify store is different depending on the niche you're in, depending on the products you're selling, depending on the target audience that you want to appeal to, depending also on the location of your Shopify store. If you're in the States, the requirements are not the same thing as if you're in, let's say, in Germany or Nigeria or Brazil, or Vietnam. It really depends. So it's one of those things it has to be a case by case decision. Next thing I want you to do here is to leverage influencers. See, the whole thing is if you are trying to raise your Shopify store sales, at some point you may need outside help. Okay, but the only thing is when it comes to reaching out to influencers, sometimes people think you have to spend a lot of cash. No, you don't have to spend a lot of cash. Because the mistake a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of brands make is that they actually base their I would say the sponsorship rates. They base this on the number of followers, but this is the wrong way of doing it. What you want is engaged followers. You want followers that are specifically tied to a niche. Because if someone were to have, let's say I'm trying to sell like sneakers, right? And I have a Snapchat influencer that has 1 million followers, but they have a broad audience versus an influencer that has 50,000 followers, but those followers are like hardcore sneaker enthusiasts. You bet that I would be just going to the Snapchat, the influencer with the 50,000 followers, right? So it's all about making sure that you are leveraging the right influencers with the right audiences. And the thing is, we are talking about, you can have micro influencers or macro influencers. So for micro influencers, you are speaking about creators with small but highly engaged followers with niche interests. So they are great for conversion campaigns as these influencers have a strong connection with their followers. And then you have macro influencers. So large audiences are also great. They are always great when you want to run a brand awareness campaign. So influencers with wide, varied follower interests, you have, all of the big stars on Instagram, the celebrity, they'll actually help you because what you're getting here is you having high daily views, okay, and this large follower counts also brings more potential for your brand partnership content to go viral, which is pretty good. And you also want to think about if you want to boost your Shopify store sales using Snapchat, you might want to think about running Snapchat ads. Okay, because if you think about it, you are constantly trying to reach out to a population, to a user base that's very young. Okay, so which means their attention span might be a little low, depending on the type of content you're trying to sell. But you need to understand. Sorry about that. You need to understand that Snapchat ads are 10 seconds full screen vertical videos that show up in between watching friends' stories. So people can swipe up to interact with your ad. Okay. And as the advertiser, you can set the swipe up to link to your website, to your Shopify store, preferably. You can have them watch a longer video, read an article, or install an app. The closest comparison is a story ad on Instagram. Okay, so similar to Facebook ads, Snapchat's advertising platform is self-serve. So anyone can create ads, launch campaigns, monitor performance, and optimize campaigns in the Snapchat Ads Manager. You can launch ads as low as $5 a day. Okay, so this is really important to actually remember. And one thing I also want to say here is that it's not about just like the campaign itself. It's about your goal, your daily goal, right? It's about your budget also, because remember, Snapchat offers tools such as Snap Publisher to create and edit ads in minutes. Okay, so advertisers can set a daily and lifetime budget that works for them and adjust as they go. Okay, and so, but again, the minimum is $5 a day, and so Snapchat charges per 1,000 impression. This is the CPM. They actually will. This will be based on your niche But they also offer goal-based bidding, which allows you to optimize a campaign for a specific action, okay, that Snapchatters will take, like completing a purchase or downloading an app. So this is really important. You can see that you have a constellation of users. Okay, so how do you advertise on Snapchat with Shopify? So Snapchat and Shopify partnered to make it easier for you to create ads and set up campaigns. So in the Snapchat ads app for Shopify, you can deploy the Snap Pixel, you can synchronize your products, and you can run ad campaigns from your marketing tab. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about how to boost Shopify store sales using Snapchat. So I gave you the potential of Snapchat for your store, the importance of developing your strategy. I spoke about the distinguishing features of the Snapchat app, things like post features, memories, stories, filters. Okay, I spoke about the importance of making fresh, engaging content, leveraging influencers, running Snapchat ads. Okay, this is really important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.